All right, let's summarize. Okay, so you would have got an idea how from the UI to the backend things work, but I would summarize what actually we have implemented. So one, we have the controller. Controller, we have a very simple API, which is a post API. We are going to call this API from our UI. It is at HTML or wherever your mobile app or whatever, but in our case we have demoed using the HTML page, the index.html. Okay, so here what we are going to do is we are going to check if it is empty. If it is empty, then we are going to return message cannot be empty or whatever user friendly message. Otherwise we are going to call the chatbot service. So what exactly the chatbot service we have implemented? So as you know, it's a service, and then we bare minimum we need to have the API URL, which is the endpoint of Cohere endpoint, and then the API key which we generated using the Cohere website, so as a trial keys. Okay, so this is very important. And yeah, so what we are going to do is we are again checking if there is any empty message. If it is empty, then we are going to return it is empty. The prompt message is empty. Otherwise we are going to construct the request body. Okay, so the request body, what we are going to bare minimum have is what kind of model you need to. So the model we are using here is command R. Command R is, as I explained, it's a sophisticated, high performance and supporting multiple languages. So we are using this command R. And then Cohere is very famous for its financial and manufacturing and healthcare LLMs. But here we are using the financial LLM here. So what we are kind of passing the prompt from the user. So here this is one request body, and then also we are saying preamble. So it is basically the personality of the LLM. So what we are saying, you are a brilliant, sophisticated AI assistant chatbot trained to assist human users providing thorough response. So you are powered by command, a large language model built by the company Cohere. So basically what we are saying is we need a well-informed or well-knowledgeable response. So we construct this request body, and then once we have done that, so we make a normal API call passing the endpoint, and we are saying it's a post, and once it's successful we are actually returning the response. If there is any error, it's a usual API design pattern of calling APIs. If there is any issues, then we are actually printing that on the console. Okay, so this is the simple, simple, very basic controller and service, where we are actually exposing API and then calling the AI. And then now this is our basic UI, where we have a simple input box and a command button. Okay, so and then we have to ensure this key value pair, the key is message, and so that on the service side it's able to extract the payload message. Okay, and then we are calling the post method, and this is our local host because we are running our server on our local. And of course when you deploy it onto the server, you are going to change this endpoint. And once this is successful, when we check the data, and if it is valid text, we are actually printing it on the screen. If not, we are actually saying there's some issue. Okay, so this is the summary or overall flow. Of course, in the real world it may have more complex UI UX flow and things like that, but to give you a basic idea from a architectural point or the functionality point, end to end how it is, this I'm sure would have helped you to get a understanding of that. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video and this session. So we will come with more such interesting videos and use cases. Yeah, thank you so much.